Hello. Welcome. It is Monday, the 30th of June. And that means... I almost broke the model we were going to paint. Hello, folks. How you doing today? Happy... We never changed the goal above. Ha! Oh, well. Happy Monday. What's going on? Hello, Avian. How art thou? Did have a haircut. It was the haircut was due, and it was we had it today. It was really quite hot. Truth be told. I said take a little bit more off, please. I haven't actually showered since, so we'll see how it looks once we've showered. But we actually have hair. The haircut as well. Hello, Icarus. How you doing today? Because it appears that, I do not know. I do not know. It's 34 in my... Yeah, it's... In this room, it's 28. It is hot as all things outside. It's 30... How much is it? It says 30? Is that right? Yeah. It is toasty. Indeed a haircut. Indeed a haircut. Icarus, thank you so much for the 17 months. Oh, that should defeat the bloody adverts. Excuse my language. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did hack the beard a little bit. I might have gone a little bit too much. Problem is, where the mirror is, it's actually down a bit low, so I have to sort of like squat a little bit when attacking it. So sometimes like the angles look a bit weird. The recycled plastic parts are sagging a little. Yes, well, exactly. This is why this weather is terrible. We need climate-controlled cabinets for our miniatures and things, etc. This is what we need. Not just climate controlled for our own sakes, but climate controlled for our miniatures and resin bits and pieces. 28C? Hell yeah. Do you have delicious air conditioning? I have the wafter behind me. Unfortunately, the chair is getting in the way of a lot of the wafting action. Maybe I should try and be a bit more casual. I think it was actually better this way. Anyway, I did order a reducing flange for ducting, which should be arriving tomorrow. Will it arrive in time for the stream tomorrow? I do not know. We will see. You got a reply about the empty box? That is a weird issue. What did they say? Of course the AC is going, and also only gonna hit 29. See, like, yeah, that's just miserable temperatures. Like 20, as I said, 25, 26 is about like the limits of my comfort on this planet. If by the way, I will just clarify. If you ever see a stream and it's basically this, no, not that. If you ever see a stream where we wouldn't have a just chatting bit like that. If you ever see a stream and it's like that when I'm streaming, it's basically because I'm don't want to get too sexy, not wearing very much in this room. All right. There will be no this angle. It'll only be this angle. Probably cool. It probably might be. Like we had I know we had highs of, was it 46 or 47 in Spain, southern Spain. Obviously we're right next door. Southern Spain, obviously. By the way, Avian. Thank you. I'm gonna be absolutely honest. Those are not gonna last. I'm eyeing them up and already thinking that's not going to last 2 days. I did get my candies. Yes, I did indeed. Thank you so much. Tracked it through batch numbers and serials, and they found that 15 from the... Really? Holy moly. Well, hopefully they're going to resolve that. They're replacing it and basically saying pick a standard kit from the catalog. Hey, there we go. You got standard kit as well. See? GW is not an evil company. It might be an expensive company, but they're not evil. Indeed, Avian, those bad boys are not going to last. They won't last because they're absolutely delicious. They're like one of my biggest weaknesses. No battle groups, yeah, but a decent sized miniature. What do you reckon you'll go with? Heretic Knight, do it. Treat yourself. I've got this bad boy full of ice and orange and water. And we're going to paint a miniature. I know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I hope you all had a good weekend. I went to my grandmother's house and helped. My mum and my dad came over as well and also helped. Hopefully the buyer actually sticks to their word for once and buys the house. But we did a bunch of clearing and stuff like that. Also had a very nice curry. Good. It was a success, although it was bloody hot. And barely any internet. They hate the US, though. Do they hate the US? In what way? We will charge you UK taxes and a little something on the top because we don't believe in exchange rates. And you'll be taxed by your federal government now and your state government. But we don't have control over... I don't know. Yeah, we don't have control over state or indeed federal. Just imagine if we did. We'd probably still be running the country if we had control. But it is the exchange rate is a bit weird. It is a weird thing, and I think Australia as well and New Zealand for that matter also get hit, but also ridiculous at prices as well. I had a lamb jalfrezi, which is basically my all-time favorite, until I can find something else to replace it. It's I just absolutely adore it. And the restaurant we went to, this is one we always go to. Well, we've only been there 4 times because we found it right before we left. But they do a very nice chicken jalfrezi. My mum had a Goan special, which was a chicken, and my dad had a chicken something I can't remember or pronounce in a sizzler, which was like barbecued chicken kind of thing. Hey Donald, how's it going? How are you doing today on YouTube? I hope you're well. Happy Monday to you. A new house issue? No, Icarus. No. The issue is like this is the 3rd attempt for a different person to buy my grandmother's old house. The first person, by the way, we have got a miniature to paint today. All right, we will be painting him, I promise. So the first person was, because it's basically like it's like 20 houses of retired old people. The first buyer went around, liked it, and was really like, yo, we're going to buy this. And then they got invited to tea by one of the neighbors. Like, not the neighbor, like around the corner. They weren't really a neighbor. And they basically talked the person out of buying it. Then the second one, I can't remember the deal. The third one will work. Cross fingers. It's just exhausting because you have to do the paperwork, which is not cheap. The point I was really making is we pay your shelf price. Yes, the shelf price does include VAT, which is then topped off by local taxes. Yes, that is true. Yeah. But what I would suggest is... I've got no suggestions, Avian. I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to say, actually. Hey, Solo, what's going on? Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a good weekend. Donald, I hope you had a good weekend. I mean, I don't have to buy. Well, yeah, but that. I mean, you're going to. Need to take food out of the freezer. Hell, what are you going to be eating tonight, Avian? I would dare say it'd be worse from India or a big production country. We will see when we get to the other side of the coin, the other party in power. Will they be interested in free trade? No one's interested in free trade. We're not getting into politics, by the way, so I'm going to stop that conversation. I'm going to stop that. No, Solo, no. My grandmother died. And the problem is, like, so, apart from her dying, obviously, it's like the company, it's a sort of, Cognatum is the company. They basically have, like, flats or little houses, which they basically sell to old people. And there's, like, a warden who goes around every day making sure everyone's okay and no disasters, etc. It's not... What the hell did that spider... Oh my god. There's a great big, massive, gangly-legged spider just creeping down the window. So the... Basically, they have a warden and stuff, you know, so to check on everything and make sure everything's okay. But it's not like assisted living. Anyway, result of that is that spider's got massive legs. There's a yearly sort of fee, which we've been paying for 2 years now, and my grandmother's not been living. It's been an empty house for 2 years, and we still have to pay it. I could have bought several Titans for that amount of money. Let's be real. And also, hold on. Did I get this working in the end, by the way? Yes, throne there. Will throw. I don't think I changed it on YouTube. I didn't change the YouTube throne command. That's an absolute tragedy. Is it Nightbot? It is Nightbot. Let me see if I can have a quick rummage. Because I need to remedy it. It's economics. No, I'm fully aware, but I do see the comments, so we don't talk about geopolitical whatsits. Because frankly, I'm bored with it. Nightbot. There we go. That's well, it's semi-supported living, yeah. But I mean, it's not like, yeah, I suppose it is. But I mean, it's, you know, they don't provide medical care or anything like that. They will order like you get nurses coming in, etc., and they'll potentially order the ambulance if required and all that kind of stuff. Where was I? Know I had a silly. There it is. I see it. Anyway, so what did you get up to over the weekend, folks? Tell me the things. Let me change this stupid command. Update. Bang. That's one problem solved. Right. Okay. Let's change the camera angle, shall we? Because frankly, okay. So we have a little rat man here. We're gonna do the ivory and the skulls first, frankly, because and also I guess his toenails and claws. Yeah, I guess that's what. No, well, the local authority won't buy it. I mean, it's how much is it? It's like over 300,000. Not going to be cheap. That base in the Discord, Solo. Yes. What about the base of the Discord? The buttery biscuit base. I liked it, by the way. I did like it. I like what I saw. You thought it was too busy? In what regard? Well, there is a lot going on, but I mean, you don't. It doesn't mean you have to paint everything really jazzy to take the eyes away from the miniature. For example, like this base could have a lot going on, but you could all paint it. You could paint it lots of desaturated colors, and then the miniature itself would stand out. That makes sense. Back from pulling the wings from the freezer. Oh bloody hell! Chicken wings. The devil's wings, Avian. Got some wooden kits from Iowa. If it's actual buffalo chicken tit, yes. Yes. I'm not keen on wings and bones and things. I know. It's a bit wet of me. But frankly, I don't care. Alright. We got some colors. I need to get some more colors. Tell me what the buffalo chicken breast is. You think you put too much? Well, I wouldn't worry. I mean, you could remove bits. It's not too late to remove bits. And it is a sort of destroyed bit of scenery, so it could absolutely work still. You're not going to be ruining anything. Kansas? Derby, Kansas. That is Kansas. And it's a ships I've shared on Discord before, even though I don't feel included since they aren't miniatures. Well, by all means, post. I mean, it is a miniature ship, right? So it's fine. Gonna make some alternates. Yeah, well, you can. Oh, that can be a practice piece, maybe, if you really want to. So we got to do these skulls first. I have no idea on the state of the wet palette, but we got Xandri Dust, or an ancient one. Carrick Stone. Screaming Skull. Morecast. But where are the rest of the sort of bony colours? Might be in this drawer. Alright. What did you auto-modded for? Hold on, let me have a look. I know you... No, it's alright. I can use a fork. You know, like a... I can use a fork, it's alright. It's just, I honestly, I wish I wasn't quite so... It didn't quite make me heave so much, but looking at like all the tendons and cartilage and stuff on the bones, it just makes me feel slightly nauseous. And it's not the fact that it was once an animal. It's just, I don't know, a bit pathetic, but whatever. Such is life. Apparently finger food was the issue there, Avian. I don't quite know why that was. Like, I can understand. I mean, the word finger on its own is not necessarily a naughty thing. We aren't all perverts. Apparently. So buffalo sauce. What is the buffalo sauce again, though? This is the problem. You said buffalo and not really described it unless I've missed it. Okay, Xandri Dust, Carrick Stone. Ushabti Bone. More Xandri Dust. Probably use the older one first. One of these Ushabti Bones is absolutely ruined. Screaming Skull. Let's just slap one of them on and see which one works. Yeah, well, finger. I mean, adding the ing is a different matter. But I mean, even then, it's not necessarily saucy. Now, I obviously don't care about that. We don't want to devolve into like an OnlyFans stream, though. You know, like innuendo is absolutely fine. I am very happy with innuendo. If that which makes sense. High quality kits? Are they all like laser cut kind of ones? Where's my brush? Where's the brush that I was using last? This one looks too good to be true. Not gonna last. You got a paint recommendation? Tell us the paint recommendation. What is it? Well, exactly, Solar. I'm surprised that wasn't blocked. It's a strange one. They're very new and you've used them. Great paints, effective. Well, we like great paints. We like effective paints. Chad, what's going on, dude? Happy Monday to you. I know. I've accomplished absolutely nothing other than season 3. Hey, everyone's talking about chicken tits today. It's a great time to be alive. Hey, what did you season them with? Avian was talking about buffalo chicken earlier. Well, literally just now. I am absolutely melting. Like normally, ladies and jelly spoons, this would be a 4-hour stream. I cannot guarantee that. It really depends on, frankly, the temperature. I did almost nothing over the weekend except like stuff at my grandmother's house. I have started working on my website again. Yo, bloody hell. I tell you what, that Etsy thing, that is really quite irritating. I'm going to use a bigger, fatter brush. I'm not happy using it. War paints. That sounds familiar. Where the hell have I heard it? I'm not already using them. Their war paints aren't the ones who do. No, this is war colors. So they're talking about male chickens. What? Where is a? Oh my god! Seriously, it's like that's a number 4 brush. I don't know why I have a number 4 brush, but there we go. We'll just continue to use this one. 3 bags. Got barbecue with honey and apple cider vinegar. 1 bag Chinese rub, and that sounds like a special maneuver. Dom in the old bedroom. And the other was some yellow stuff I can't remember. Yellow? Oh, bloody hell. Listen. I don't even know what to say. As long as it's tasty, that's all that matters, right? Cover it in ketchup if it's a disaster. That's what I usually do. Ketchup. Ketchup makes everything better. Painting on camera also makes everything better. So, what happened over the weekend? I did find some more miniatures. I genuinely thought I'd found them all. I have now found them all. For example, I found the psychophage. The other thing is in another box, but I know where that is. But I found this. So we have a large project to do at some point. Which I will probably. I think I was saving this for a YouTube video. Because it had some fleshy innards, which I was interested in, not like attempting to paint, but looking at the amount of teeth in there, I'm slightly terrified. Army painter, gotcha. I've yet to buy any army painter paints. It's an absolute travesty, which I will remedy. I've been wanting to try some. There is the ingredients right there above the. Sorry, I got sidetracked of talking about breasts, Avian, I'm afraid. Sorry. Okay, Frank's Red Hot Original Hot Sauce. butter, Lee and Perrin's the original Worcester sauce, and Tabasco. Okay. I always call it Worcester sauce because frankly I can't be asked to say Worcestershire sauce. One made me hungry because it looks like soup. Even better than £2. Well, we like the price when the product is good. When the product is cheap and good, that is ideal. It's like when magic happens. Also do a nice rust pack, and I highly recommend Vallejo's Weathering Texture Rust. Also, I've been doing Grimdark Deathwing Knights. Figured I would grab some of the John Blanche paints. I will now see how good they are, but it's the right pack. We'll do it. It'd be rude not to. Ketchup and salad cream if you fancy. Exactly, Chad. I tell you what, I did go off salad cream for quite a while. I don't know why. I don't know what I swapped it out for, truth be told, but I am back on the salad cream train, so to speak. Because it is actually quite saucy. Cover everything with ketchup and you complain about, yes, you know, ketchup on spaghetti, ketchup on most things, truth be told. It's the universal, is panacea the right word? It's the word I'm going to use. That makes everything taste better. The only thing I've not tried it on is cheesecake, of course, because nothing in the world will make cheesecake better, because it is a vile concoction. You found a box of flat sprayed figures, Astartes of various types, sprayed and left for years. Well, that's how things should be. I basically only buy Agrax brown wash, and the technical paints are like jewel effects. Oh, yeah. Get to buy any of those jewel effects. They're basically transparent. You love some Franks? But some people have to like it. I don't actually know when I had it last, truth be told. I'm the suspicious white that you mix with. No, you wouldn't want to get banned. Over rust. Rip up some sponge and dab a little texture on very sparingly. It will make it look banging. Yes, those little sponges. I always used to use like the red ones, the red sponge which came in the miniature blisters. That was like, it was a purchase which kept on giving. You just got me back from my wings to. You just got me back from my wings to. Okay, Avian. All right. I made onion soup last night, and the boys, let me tell you, if you can make soup, that's all you need. What, French onion soup? Man, a good French onion soup with some excellent bread. Oh, it's quite nice. Ketchup has its place on the plate. Yes, exactly. Meat pies, for instance, but my brain went to a well-cooked steak and someone slapping ketchup on it. Well, the thing is, Avian, I don't normally have ketchup with steak. I will have English mustard. But the thing is, I don't really have steak very often. Like, I genuinely can't remember the last time I had a steak. A beef steak, specifically. Yeah, I really can't remember the last time I had a beefsteak. Like, it's not something I really bother with. Nipple sponges? Nipple sponges? Yeah, sure. Are we rebranding them to nipple sponges? I'm quite happy to do that. Whether or not the auto mod lets you. And also, we are dual streaming. I have to remember that chat on other platforms might have issues with it, as in like the modification situation. That did go. It was strange. Your brain went to catch up on nipples. Listen, not something I've tried. I'm not. That's where I'm going to leave that conversation. However, never say never. Maybe that's the next taste sensation. English mustard is fine. I love English mustard. It is the best. I will have like French mustard, etc. But like a Dijon or something like that. But generally, I don't know. I'll tell you what, that weird mustard, that yellow mustard in America that comes in that squirty pot, the one has on hot dogs, etc. I do like that mustard. You like Dijon? I do like Dijon mustard. I don't hate it. It's just I prefer English mustard. I don't know what's up with it. It's a hot day, Chad. Blame it on the weather. That's what I do. Smoked ham and mustard. Oh, smoked ham is so good. Absolutely. All day, every day. I mean, my dad would honestly be very happy with that. And a lot of pudding. We've just been slapping the same color on the same bits for ages now. This is ridiculous. All right, we're going to move on and use another color. We're going to use Screaming Skull. I do have ivory as well. I just need to give this a jig. French's mustard, that's the one, Avian, yes. I keep forgetting the name of it. I must try and buy some over here. I need to find some true English brown mustard in that clay pot. My dad used to love that mustard. He's gone off it since, but if I ever see it, I do attempt to buy it just as an excuse because, you know, he does like it, I think. In that grey clay, was it grey clay pot? I think I know the one you mean. I call American mustard fairground mustard. It's how I describe it to people. That's fair. Literally. Oh my god. The camera's moved. What? Why is the camera moved? Oh, I'm not used to it. It's over here again. When I worked on a farm, I knew the animal that was in my sandwich. Yeah, that's why one doesn't want to get too close to the animals. HA, what's up? How's it going? We're working on this rat boy. And melting slowly. How are you? Do you have a good weekend? It was all self-contained. Only time live animals left was to go to the bye-bye house. Then they came back in the on-site. Oh, okay. There's an on-site butchers. Well, that's good. Not having to get the work done elsewhere. Dijon is all about here, but English mustard made my eyes just glaze over it. Absolute tragedy, Avian. We need to remedy that situation. It is the rat boy again. Yes, we are going to make some progress on him rather than no progress. I thought we need to actually get a wiggle on with him. We'll never get anywhere. But I did find a whole bunch of miniatures at the weekend, so that is a good thing. I found a Typhon heavy thingamajiggle tank. Found a Cerberus. Legion Demolisher. Was it a Demolisher? Is that the name of it? I think it is. What else have we? A couple of other tanks. I found my Kazakin. I found my Kazakin kill team. That's what I'm most happy about, really. Thing with mustard for me, there's always wasabi, and why would I mustard when I could wasabi? I don't know. I'm not massively keen on wasabi. Like I've had it, but I don't know if I'm massively sold on it yet as a product. The thing I personally like, I don't need to be crying when I eat food. Generally, I don't need. I've had wasabi before. It wasn't the greatest experience. We used to send 40 pigs, 20 lambs, 200 poults a week, and not keep up with demands. That almost sounds like that's a lot of production right there. Actual wasabi root, no, but Japanese paste. The green goop. Yeah. I don't know. My tastes have changed since I had that last, though, so maybe I could get some. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that right in the microphone. I need this paint, and my hand went straight to it. We've got ivory right here. Hopefully it works. The one glowing, redeeming thing of Torquay is this wonderful little Japanese noodle bar run by the most adorable little... Kitchen... Do you think... Kitchen witch? Is that the word you're going for, Chad? And now you're hungry? Sorry, Icarus. Hands? Wasabi is good for cleaning your sinuses. I do absolutely agree with you there. Yeah, I think the first time I had it, that was basically the impression I had of it. I didn't realize it was quite so powerful. And my friends hilariously said, oh, you probably need a bit more of that, mate. Idiots. Absolute idiots. I love horseradish sauce is amazing. And I love the horseradish, like proper horseradish sauce, not that pathetic creamed stuff, which is like cut with, I don't know, they weaken it. Actual proper horseradish sauce, that is the good stuff. And, hold on. You can tell by looking at the ingredients. Thing with wasabi, people don't realize you can mix it with the soy sauce to... Yeah, well, I didn't realize that. I wasn't told that. No one told me. I was living in blissful ignorance at the time. Oh God. A great big splat of paint just went into the wet palette. Like, not the bit of the wet palette it should have gone into. Absolute disaster today. Okay, we have some ivory. We're gonna slap it around. I locate the brush. It's really disheartening. Did you know a lot of soy sauce is no longer made from soy? The same with most fish and chip malt vinegars. I bloody knew that. I swear to God. These days, you go to a fish and chip shop and you ask for salt and vinegar. Firstly, they don't put enough salt on. And secondly, the malt vinegar is evidently not malt vinegar. Absolute travesty. All right, so all right, that's good enough for Disney. Okay, so I need to like I put Screaming Skull on or whatever the contrast paint was, but I'm thinking what we really need to do is Flayed Flesh, something like that. By the way, I'm very irritated with Etsy. What am I looking for? Okay. Yeah, it really is. I mean, it is irritating for multiple reasons. Firstly, like Etsy is actually quite good for selling stuff because like they do seem to advertise products quite well within their ecosystem. But it's also the fact that I spent almost 2 months going through all my items and changing the listings ever so slightly because there's only so much you can cope with doing a day. Because they don't allow links outside, so I had to go through each and every one and sort of change it a little bit. Or was that eBay? Anyway, I had to change it. It was like a waste of 2 months. Well, you would have thought that would be great if they would do that. I would like that a lot. I don't know how people would go around proving it though. Like I pay for merchant licenses for 2 companies on a monthly basis. Whereas like I know there are people out there who don't on Etsy. I mean Etsy would have to go to each creator and say, is this person legit or not? Or something. I don't know. I'm not a wizard when it comes to these. Back off, Flesh. I think it's over here. Flayed Flesh, where are you, sunshine? Alrighty. So. Blade One Flesh. What? Wait. Well, it would certainly be nice. I'm gonna worry about that very last thing. If it turns out to be a terrible paint job, then there's going to be more chance of me wanting to risk doing a something like that. I could have sworn this paint was not this color. Blade 1 flesh. On it. Where OBS, where are you? I could have sworn Blade 1 flesh was sort of like in between here. It's evidently not remotely near it. It's a completely different thing. So I don't know what color I was really thinking of. Well, it needs a lot of tarting up. I mean, a lot of those contrast paints just roughed everything in, really. I reckon there's some room for improvement. Well, I've got Pallid Witch Flesh. Am I missing another? Am I missing an entire color? What am I thinking of? What comes after Rakarth Flesh in the fleshy scheme? Like when it comes to layer paints, you go Rakarth and then you go something. Surely. Ushabti, but really? Like, surely that's like those are completely different. You're asking the wrong person. My GW drawer is closed most of the time. Well, the only reason I'm using it is because I have the paints and I don't want to waste them. Like I'm not against I'm quite happy using them, but maybe it's something like I'm gonna Google this. Hold on. What have you been what did you get up to over the weekend? Bum, bum. Pallid Witch Flesh just looks too bright. Whatever, we're gonna wing it. I just don't want to have like we got ivory here basically. I just don't want to go too close. I don't want to do more sort of ivory, although it looks like we're just about to anyway. So we'll just wing it. See what happens. Give it a bit more of a jiggle. I don't really know if this Rakarth Flesh is going to be the right one for the job. You know what? Screw it. We are going to go with Shabty Bone, I think. Yeah, we will do it. We are going to use the Shabty Bone. Screw it. I take that back. Blade 1 Flesh needs a jiggle. What's on everyone's agenda for tonight? I've got. I think I might just play. Honestly, might just play some Call of Duty at this rate. Hans, family from Guatemala visiting for a week. Are you in Seattle? How is the weather today? I'm frightfully sorry. I do apologize for asking about the weather. But as an English person, I must. I bought them all miniatures and paintbrushes to play around with when the weather doesn't permit us to participate in outside activities. Hell yeah. Well, it is a great indoor activity. That's the one next to it in G. Really? I mean, that's a complete. That just does not look right. That does not look right to me at all. I'm missing something, evidently. It's all right. It's all right. Chad, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hans, what miniatures did you get exactly? They're no, it really is. It really is. This is the problem when they get too many options on the plates. You're just like, I don't know where to go now. Oh, but to do this particular shade, you can do that color, and to do this particular shade, you can do that. But if you want to do it like this, you can do that. I don't want a headache. All right, Rat Boy, we'll get you sorted out. Oh, Wraithbone. Do I own that paint? Is that a paint? Is that a paint that I own? It's sunny and about 65. Oh my god. I am so envious. I am so envious of you. That would be so nice. It might get all the way up to 75. Hold on, what's that in proper temperature? 75. What is that? That is see, that is like good. That is good temperature. I've grumbled many times and said up to sort of 25 Celsius, which I think is 77, 78 F. Is happy days for me. Beyond that, it's a complete and utter disaster, and I suffer like I don't, something ridiculous. Slap some Agrax on it and call it done. One day. One day we'll get around to slapping some Agrax on it. I bought a box of WizKid minis. They're cheap and great for learning on. There is enough detail to make them interesting. Absolutely. I have painted one entire WizKid mini, though, in my entire life. It was the... God, what was it? It was the... what do they call it? It's the floating eyeball thing. It's the floating eyeball thing that I've forgotten the name of. Jeff. I'm going to call it Jeff. I know it's got an actual name, but for now it's Jeff. Nice trim. Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment, even if you're being sarcastic. It's in the... Oh! That paint. That's why I know of it. Yes. Okay. I just realized how did I not say anything? Nice trim. Wait, what? Like a beholder. That's exactly what it is. Yes. I think I did suffer with like the primer on it because there was something about it which was a bit bananas to me. Did get there though. Nightbot is going absolutely mad by the looks of it. When I first got back into the hobby, I bought one of those tins of Army Painter dip. People banged on about that for quite a while, and I never actually tried it. The strong and like medium tone, I think they called it. I never got around to trying it. Nightbot, if you do another command without me doing anything, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Don't want you spamming YouTube quite so much. Swear to God. Nightbot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is going on? Hans, I do apologize. I've got no idea why Nightbot is doing that. Why Nightbot? Can you behave? Those were Army Painter's washers. Oh, okay. Okay. We are making progress is happening at the speed of a startled slug. I wouldn't want to go too quickly. You might blink and miss the high quality painting. That's why we paint slowly. So the plan is to do this. Then we're going to slap some Seraphim Sepia on it because we do have that paint, and I frankly forget to use it. So we are actually going to use it today, and then we can like reshade bits and pieces as required. Anyone watching the tennis? Oh, this was very different. Your battery died on the phone 30 minutes ago? God. I occasionally try and watch a stream on YouTube, on the phone. It is a struggle for me. I just can't interact well with it. It's just like, it's very... I can't see chat half the time. When I see chat, then I can't see the streamer. I find it very frustrating. For me. At least. I know there are plenty of people who think otherwise, and they're allowed to think otherwise. I'll let them. I wonder if there is anything remotely interesting on television tonight. I'm going to go with the guess of no. By the way, tomorrow is also the 1st of July, so everyone knows. In case you didn't realize, it is actually the 1st of July tomorrow. I don't know when to have my affiliate anniversary thing. That is my next issue. It is supposedly on, I think, like the 5th of July or something like that, but I can change the date of it, which I might do. Can't use Twitch on a work laptop. Versus. Well, Solo, I appreciate you watching however you decide to watch. It's just like with the mobile phone. I'm gonna blame it on the old age and say I can't see the screen properly. Whether or not that's the actual reality is a different matter. I'm just gonna wait for that to dry. Thankfully, with this ridiculous heat, it's going to dry quite quickly, and then we can move on to the next bit. No problem regarding the bot. Watching your painting is relaxing. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you very much. I do, like, I know there are a lot of people who paint quickly on various platforms. I'm not one of those people. I honestly tend to just tend to chat when I'm streaming rather than anything else. It's a catastrophe, really. However, I enjoy it, so there we go. All right, that's... I do have two, well, I've got two nieces and a nephew now, so I wonder when I'll be able to get them painting. Both of my nieces do enjoy painting and stuff, but they are 4 years old, so I think it might be a little bit too early. At least for now. Okay, let's wait for this to dry. Then we're going to do Seraphim Sepia, a paint which I keep forgetting I have, and as a result I rarely use. I don't know the last time I used it. That base, I don't think it tells a story. Well, I understand what you mean. I suppose it really depends if it's part of like a squad of other things. I mean, it does look like ruined urban rubble, some variety. Depends what kind of urban rubble you're looking for, I suppose. Angron? Are you wanting more corpses or something like that on the base? I must get back to look. So when I stream, I do tend to, I am supposed to make myself look at the stream chat in Discord rather than public chat, etc. I must make sure I get rid of, hide them for now. You think just too much? Oh, okay. Too much. Well, I mean, that could... Hold on. Rightfully sorry. I apologize. Well, you could knock a few things off and have it a bit more, slightly less going on. Not speaking to you. Well, then you must change it. Then, if it's not speaking to you, then that's sounds like yeah. It sounds like we need to remedy it. In some form. Like I know a lot of people are just quite happy hosing it down with you know, Dead Space Marines, etc., and all that kind of jazz. Is that a bit too much for you? Not so interested in going that route, or? I mean, he doesn't have to kill. Like, I suppose he could kill aliens. Suppose, right? He can't just be constantly miffed at humans. Or maybe he can. We're going to leave that a little. We've obviously not hosed the entire thing down. Because we're going to tidy it up again. But we could also potentially darken that shade a little bit more if we wanted to with something like Mornfang Brown, potentially. Or Rhinox Hide. Or something along those lines, like a dark brown. Warm dark brown, etc. I have 5 new bases coming tomorrow. Oh, there we go. Hell yeah. That's a good time. Oh god, before we forget, before we get sidetracked, did we... well, we have the Warhammer news. Some variety. Which we might attempt a segment where I can extract the footage later on and turn it into a video somehow. Although it's a bit late and I'm feeling frankly tired. Weather's not doing me any favors. It didn't speak to me either, so I put some cork under the model and raised it up. Add some extra tufts and skulls. I'm not familiar with this model. Let me remedy that situation. Woo! I am so sorry, folks. I'm absolutely cream crackered. Are we talking about Angron? The 40k variety. Chad, drop it like it's hot. No, it's all right. Well, the fact is you asked, and I'm going to say yes this time. I am going to say yes this time. Maybe next time I'll be like, no, can't possibly do that. So that is the 40k bad boy. Oh, God. So toasty in here. How tall is that miniature? Like, I'm still not 100% sold on that mini in general. I really would like to be, though. It's just a matter of... There are a couple of aspects of it which weird me out a little bit. I see that cork works nice, dude. And skulls. Yo. But going through all the stuff and unpacking at my grandmother's house or packing stuff up, I found my box of skulls. I don't know where it had been. I was just holding off and hoping that it was at my grandmother's house, and I would find it. And I have found it. I don't need to buy another one now for a bit. Obviously, I'm going to at some point, but I can do without for a bit. I'm not the generation that believes better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Well, this is exactly the thing. Like, for example, right? Well, likewise. But this always makes me think of, like, when it comes to planning permission and stuff like that for houses and stuff. For example, my my godmother. People still do have godmothers and godfathers these days? I don't even know. Anyway, my godmother is married to someone who is let's just say he's a successful businessman, and leave it at that. And So he had, I can't quite remember what the deal was. This is a while ago. Like, quite a while ago. But he did some sort of building without permission, apparently. And then after the fact, when he was told off by the council, and he was like, "Oh no, I'll just pay." Like, yo, just pay your way out of it, you brat. And that was round about the time that I do remember people saying it's best. I think that was the first time I heard that phrase. It's best to ask forgiveness than to ask permission. It was because it was to do with like building houses and stuff. Because it reminded me recently there was someone up in Manchester, I think, or I could be wrong. They had a garage which they converted into basically a granny flat without asking permission, I believe. And they retroactively applied for it. They said, "Oh, you know, the neighbors did it or some such thing. I thought it'd be alright if I did it without asking permission." It's like, I'm not following the case, but from what the article, the one article I read on it was, he either has to now potentially knock it down and rebuild it, because it won't be like, it wasn't built to how the council would have allowed it, or we'll have to knock it down entirely. Could be wrong on that. Anyway, want a Chad top tip? Oh, of course, Chad. Why wouldn't I? Prime those runners white and save yourself a lot of time. Wait, hold on. What are we talking about? I don't like the wings. Yes, the wings really irritate me, Chad. This is my second as I fully glued it and could not paint the wings. Oh, box of skulls? Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. I had no idea what we're talking about then. I agree, don't try that. Oh, God. Absolutely not. Yes. I don't even know what to go with that comment. But yes. Where's is this gonna get the right page? Hey, it is the right page. So this miniature, I still really dislike this area of his wings. I don't know about other people, but his weird wing bits, these things, they look too weird. Like, I understand they sort of like knuckles or something like that, but they just look weird, and I'm still not happy about them. I also didn't realize he had a tail. Like, when this miniature first came out, I didn't really notice the tail situation. If you put your hand up and crop out the wings in total, I think it much... Oh, hold on. Might get blamed for doing... He's got very muscular biceps on his wings, or if you recall those biceps. I reckon the wings could have been done better, like posed better. I kind of like the idea of one wing out, sort of extended. One side. Like over there. I think, like, almost protecting him, sort of. I don't really know if that would work, but I like the idea of it at least. And one bit can be, like, lifted up still, I suppose. Jake, what's going on? How's it going today? How the devil are you up? How the devil are you up to? Yeah, screw it. How the devil are you up to? Happy Monday to you. After painting the body and his weapons are stunning. I mean, I would certainly like to paint him at some point. He does look like a great mini. But there are just aspects of him. I mean, I think there are aspects of most miniatures which are not 100% sold on. Apart from obviously Nagash, that goes without saying. It's crazy when you compare him to Mortarion, whose wings often overshadow the Mini. Yeah, well, I mean, the first thing that I always think of, I mean, I think the very first time I saw Mortarion was, in fact, like, I could be really wrong on this, Demon Rich's painting. I came back just, I think, sometime after Mortarion was released, I think. I'm not really sure, actually. When was he released? When was he allowed out? You're doing this on sub-assemblies? Hell yes. Sub-assemblies. Are we on the right page? Almost. So, let's have a look. We will click on that in a second. Sunday preview, which I only skimmed over, like a surfer, if you will. The Adonis Deepkin, excuse me, breached the waves. As the summer sun beats down and we stroll along the beach, what we do see wading out from the waves with an extremely pale elf. Turns out the Deepkin are mounting another series of devastating raids on the mortal realms in this week's Sunday preview. Let's tag along. So you got a book? Do people like the Ideneth Deepkin, excuse me? There's a couple of them which like I would paint at some point, but not yet. Not immediately called to them. Like some sort of mermaid song. Icon of the Sea. So he's got some, are these moray eels? Moray eel things. Sea snake things. Not much. Put my 2 weeks notice into one of your jobs. Crikey, Jake. Now you're going to commit to one place. Maximum commitment. Hell yes. And try to focus on your other job. But also try to focus on writing and saving up to move out. Well, I do understand, like, focusing on one job and sort of potentially going down that route is you feel like that's a good job for you, then that's definitely worth doing. And also, you know, focusing on writing. Absolutely. That's not my strong point. Can barely string a sentence together when speaking. Whenever you find a semi-affordable apartment, how much is rent where you are, roughly? Jake? Chad, I really don't know how I feel about them. Some are blooming, stunning models. I like the one with the octopus. That's the one I like. And actually the shark thing. But they are like, I mean, I know GW like to start I've noticed they start putting little animals in for a lot of their things, because I know, like, apparently that sells. Like cute little animals. Not massively keen on it myself. At least 1,200, and that's not counting bills. Crikey. I think I know the one you mean, Chad. Yeah. Yeah, well, saving up to move out is definitely a worthwhile thing, if you can make it happen. Got some manifestations. So we got like a weird watery tail thing. And that kind of looks like a hooded cobra's head. I mean, only kind of. Don't yell at me if I got the wrong animal. But that's what it looks like, with some teeth made out of stone. Are these abyssal tendrils? So they're not tentacles, they're tendrils, my bad. You like the turtle? Well, we're going to have a look at them. We've got the soul scryer with more fishy things. Yeah, I'm just not massively into them, you know? We've got a spearhead. Got some eel riders, whatever they are, and these things. Enjoy my deep understanding of what these things are. Some words I can't pronounce. Cards and dice. Got the White Dwarf 514. You got old Nipple Boy himself. What do we think about Magnus? Magnus the Rouge. Too much silliness? You're out. Yeah, absolutely. They're really not for me. Like as I said earlier, like the octopus one, yes, and maybe a shark boy. That's probably it, though. Oh, great! Some stuffed toys of a rat. All right, that's not for me. You love Magnus's body, you absolute lech, Chad. You never want to paint his feathered wings. Yeah, I don't blame you. The idea of painting all those feathers is slightly terrifying. Slightly terrifying. Talking about lechers. What's up, Gabba? How you doing today, dude? Happy Monday to you. What's going on? Hans on YouTube says they need to be more evil looking. Doesn't the law say they're meant to be sort of I think they're supposed to be. Gabba, do you know about the Idoneth Deepkin? Because it looks like they got some action on the Sunday preview, but I'm just not sold by them. Like this thing, bloke on a shark thing, yes. Hypothetically, I wouldn't mind painting that. Where's the octopus boy? Here. Warden of the Soul Ledgers. You're melting? Yeah, it's not pleasant, is it, Gabba? I mean, I've got a fan blowing at the nape of my neck on this freshly cut hair stuff situation. I mean, in this room, it's 29.5. With a fan blowing on me. Lech and he will come. What's up, Java? How you doing, dude? Happy Monday to you. What's going on? So yeah, I do like this one, but unfortunately, and as much as I hate myself for it, it's mostly because of the octopus. You ever converted Thrall Master? Which one's a Thrall Master? Is this the wavy one you're talking about, Chad? Eidolon of Matalan. Eidolon of Matalan? Yes. Aspect of the... Is Matalan clothing? I can't even remember what I don't think I've never been... I have been to Matalan one entire time. Maybe. I can't even remember. Where I was living, there weren't many around. And I don't drive, so it's not really the place I go to. Top line. Oh, this boy? Like I like him for his fleshy bits. But as a sort of race or an army, I'm not really. Like I would buy Octopus Boy and paint him up potentially, but that's really about it, unfortunately, for this line of minis. It is the problem for me with Age of Sigmar. Like, a lot of the minis are a bit too weird. You like the old Octopi and the turtle? Oh, yes, we did. People did like the turtle, didn't they? We've got sort of armored bits on the side of him. Ooh, what's going on? That is very overexposed. I mean, I think I would prefer to paint the shark and the octopus. This looks like a bit too much effort for me. You like the tentacle shrimp, guys? Yours looks way better. Of course yours looks way better, Gabba. You painted it. Oh God, Badger and his fleshy kink. Hey. We like what we like, alright? I can't help it. I use a prince head from High King and I put a shield on his back. What's his back look like? Oh my God, I hate it when it does this. Oh God. Hey. You got the cross swords. Yeah. Thank you, Avian. Thank you very much for doing that command. Just so it's there. Absolutely. I read, Chad, after your comment earlier, I read that I like the high kink. Just like, I didn't ask you about your kink, but thanks for telling me. You know, what's... Hold on, we need some... Might have added too much. Yeah, no, I know it's the High King, but unfortunately, Chad ruined my reading by writing kink earlier, and my brain, that was the first word I went to. Instead of reading the entire sentence, I filled in the blanks. All right? I got to K-I-N, and then went, obviously, kink. All right. The mustard nipples. Well, mustard nipples over ketchup nipples, surely. Right, where the hell were we? Are we on the right page? We are on the right page. Let's go back. All right. We have a little... Your painting's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Got a pirate patch on his eye. That's very cool. Yar. Here is a question. If I get deported, how hard is it to get a job in the UK with Aussie passport? Oh God. I don't actually know. However, my brother works in I was going to say he works in immigration. That's not the right way of saying it. He facilitates visas for people legally. Facilitate instantly makes it sound illegal, doesn't it? Oh yeah, he facilitates naughty visas for naughty people. No, he doesn't do that. He does it all very legally. Pubs? Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Pubs are filled to the brim with Australians. Actual fact. You get deported from the UK very hard. You'll don't get deported in the first case. First, and then you'll be alright. Right. Where was I? I was going to start painting and we've got this article to read. I want to click on them, but I also want to click on this. Is there anything in here? Pictures? Oh, pictures! I like pictures. By the way, the new drop pods got released. I'm not massively keen on them. I really don't like the fact that you can't close the doors. I'm very disappointed. It makes me very sad. So I'm going to have to 3D print them. Basically, GW are forcing me to do that. Such is life. The issue here: I was born in the USA. I want to sing the song. Not going to. Copyright. Because like, my voice is too good. I will get copyright struck. So a naturalized American from 2 green card parents. My brother and parents became American citizens later, but you did not need to. Oh, I see. It's your elder brother then. Click on my profile to find hot rats in your area. Absolutely. Hayden, how you doing, Neanderthal? What's going on? Happy Monday to you. I hope you're well. America? I'm not sure if I would fight the deportation. You were born in East LA. I really want to sing it. I'm not going to though. I'm staying strong. You know, I once made the stupid statement, I think drop pods are the best vehicle GW designed. Why is that? That's not a bad sentence. Like, to make them? Sure. Are you the elder brother? Oh, your younger brother was born in Oz. Oh, okay. Ah, your parents went back for 2 years. Gabba, talk to us about the new ones. I'm really disappointed that you can't close the doors on the new ones. Like, really disappointed. Disappointment. Oh! I've already seen people on the Horus Heresy Discord talking about this picture. Like running campaigns and stuff. It looks pretty sweet. Was there actually any pictures in here that I wanted to look at? No. Let's look at these ones. Kamandora's blades have come to scavenge skulls from the depths of Emberguard. What do they look like? Oh, they're heads with skulls on top. Okay. And there's a dog with horns. Okay, here we got. Oh god, they got massive gobs. They got big old mouths. And they're carrying around skulls. There's an axe for beheading things and taking their skulls. There's a corny dog. And there's Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Faces only a mother could love? Absolutely. I mean, that... I'm not actually sure what's going on with this one. Are they trying to make themselves look like skulls? Because that looks like, you know... I think they're trying to make their... If I read the words, it might say. But I'm not going to. I had just had a mental image explaining why I'm in the UK on the Oz passport with an American accent. Come and find out. It would break some people's minds. Yeah, that's very true. Like as far... Hold on. Like as far as actual designing a futuristic vehicle for the future, it's in my head that the one vehicle that makes the most logical sense, logistical sense, is that, if that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense, yeah, for, you know, dropping an army, spearhead army on top of naughty people who deserve it. Drop pods seem like an excellent way. Right. Let me change the scene so we can do a little bit of pseudo painting again. Apparently the mold lines are absolutely horrendous, and despite GW saying the rocks would be separate, they're in fact part of the kit. That is a real absolute tragedy. I'm gonna basically, I mean, my hands are being forced in this situation. Like, I will be printing some proper drop pods. What is wrong with that axe, dude? I don't know, dude. I will not be... Like, I quite often say that if you're into Age of Sigmar, or want to get into Age of Sigmar, then Warhammer Underworlds might be a good choice of, like, miniatures to look at if you're looking at a specific army. You could get... I think there are Underworld warbands for most armies. Factions these days, and they sort of, it's not a huge amount of miniatures, like 3 to 7 or whatever, and it can give you like a bit of an indication on whether you like painting said thing. And in the past I have purchased a few of these, even though I'm not massively into Age of Sigmar. I'm not massively keen on these, really. As you say, they are... I'm like... This is supposed to be the leader, right? He's carrying a handbag or a backpack full of skulls. It could just... I mean, the thing is, when I look at some of these miniatures, I do wonder if maybe, give it the benefit of the doubt, it could be a situation of the actual paint job not doing the miniature justice, which has happened in the past. Like Bobby G from Horus Heresy, Bobby G, I used to hate because of the paint job. I had done a 180 on that. I do like him now. I mean, technically, I always like him because he's Bobby G. However, the paint job didn't really sell it to me. These might be the worst sculpts you've seen GW do. Really? I'll have to do an entire YouTube video. What are the top 10 worst sculpts that GW have done? New Nagash, obviously. Potentially these boys and girls. GW intern had to go at making minis, and this is bring your kids into work day. Warhammer Underworlds are a really fun game despite the yeah, I'm not into like card games. Not really into them. I wish I was, but I'm not. Mort, what's going on? They looks damn scuffed. Are people not today was the first time I've seen them. I'm not sold on them. No, Bobby G, he is a stunning model. However, the first paint job that I saw of him, I was not massively impressed by. And as a result, I sort of talked myself out of getting him at some point. However, when we get around to doing Horus Heresy Ultramarines, we will be getting him, obviously. They'll need to be running around with my Imperial fists, doing all sorts of naughtiness. The paint job and the sculpts, they look bad, man. Official... Office morale was low that day. I don't think I had any paint on that brush at all then. Do you reckon they're going to... I do wonder sometimes, they release some of their miniatures they're not 100% sure on, round about the time of a big release. Do you reckon that happens? Sort of hopefully mask the fact that they've released it. Mort, how you doing today? How's your Monday looking? I am melting like a thing which melts. Tell you what though, I'm going to tell you, I had a mango and passion fruit ice cream, sorbet over the weekend. It was bloody delicious. I'm going to let you have that bit of information for free. Just came back, suffering from heat stroke. You look after yourself. Get some aloe vera on you. I don't know. Some delicious tea. Whatever else. I don't know what people do when they get heat stroke, I'm afraid. Absolutely no idea. Because I do not... I stay indoors. And drink lots of tea. I would put a lot of money on GW not having a no man and 20 yes men. Gabby, you know what we need to do? We need to find one of those yes men and be like, listen, seriously, we've seen some of the stuff you've been putting out. What's the deal with not going back with More Time and Battlefleet Gothic? Seriously. Come on now, you could actually make... No doubt you get bounties or something like that for when one of your ideas does well. Probably get pats on the back. Reprinting those two. We need to do it. We all know it. Like GW are afraid of money. All right. It's not that hot here. Only 29.8. What are we on now? And 54% moist. At midnight. Jesus, at midnight? I mean, I got back home last night, right? And the house had been locked up for the weekend. But no windows were open. I sleep in the, not in the roof. On the, basically underneath the roof. And it was very, very warm. It was incredibly warm. What's up, Lucian? How you doing, you saucy beast? Happy Monday. What's going on? I had to take a train and our trains had no blinds. Can you put an umbrella up? Would that be frowned upon in the train? Just a little fever. For your skin cooked? Oh God. Listen. Get yourself someone to just like rub you down with some aloe vera or chamomile or some other stuff. I'll make everything feel much better. I'm melting. I'm melting, Lucian. Look. In fact, we're going to replace the face cam with temperature cam. Hopefully, I have ordered a reducing flange to plug in the air conditioner into that little outlet right there. So hopefully tomorrow, assuming it arrives at a decent hour, I will be able to go from air blowing mode to cold air mode. Oh! And then, by the way, we might the only view we'll see on this stream after that happens is this. There'll be no face cam. I'll have to make sure there are no reflections in any of the like paint pots or anything like that from the, you know, the good old days of eBay. You remember the good old days of eBay of people taking photos of whatever they were selling, and lo and behold, in the reflections, there they were, naked, swinging free or whatever. You're poor. Well, almost going at it, Gabba. But I mean, it was people used to basically, you know, sell. Here's my old chrome toaster. Here's a picture of it on eBay. Hello. Very classy. Your poor shoes melted on a tarmac. They've been Nora Mort. You need to get some anti-heat shoes. Like the ones that they wear into blast furnaces. Do you know the ones I'm talking about? Well, they sort of wear those massive silver suits. They made me laugh. I'm pretty sure I broke a rib. Lucian, firstly, how did you break a rib? Seriously. I also, like, laughing at naked people. Come on now. We were all allowed to do it. Anti-heat shoes. Chad, welcome to my brain. It's terrible. I'm sorry. Absolutely terrible. I can't think of the words half the time I'm alive. Absolute tragedy. Pointing and laughing is the best. Ideally not to one's partner, at least the first few times. Like when they walk into the room going, I thought I'd slip into something more, I don't know, what's the word that people use? Comfortable. Is it comfortable the right word? Yeah. Pointing and laughing to them on especially the first time, that's probably not the best move. Unless you're actually looking to get kicked out, in which case sometimes you need to be like, you realize you made a terrible mistake. Heat resistant shoes are only resistant. Anti-heat are those fireman. Oh, really? See more. There we go. Coming in here with the knowledge. You foolishly had a lot of weight on a bar, lowered it too far. Had oh, Lucian. Seriously, you got to look after yourself, all right? You reckon? My brain, unfortunately, Lucian, you're gonna now have to suffer with this. You know those comedy inflatable hits, basically. That's what we might need for you, Lucian. When you go to the gym, just in case this situation ever happens again. You got some suspension going on. Automod, what did Automod say? Let me go and see if I can remedy that in time. Gotta allow that one through. Hey, if I see a hairy growler, I'm pointing and laughing. Straight out of the 70s. Only fools and horses. I thought you were going to mention blow up dolls. No, I wasn't, but I mean, it's the same bloody thing, right? I'm absolutely melting here. Sorry, my brain is still... what were we doing? Getting sidetracked as per usual. Alright, let's do it, baby. The heat does funny things to the English. It really does. It's nothing great. However, we are making progress. Progress is happening. Lucian, you look after yourself. Get some I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to bloody call it. Bone fixer. Not that little blue pill. Not that one. I'm talking about like for the ribs. Why is our heat so crap? Yeah, that's a bloody good question, dude. I couldn't remember the name of it. My brain was going, I don't know what the hell that blue pill's called. Damn it. Yeah, Lucian. But you know the little blue pill. When I say you know, I'm not talking about you specifically. Viagra. There we go. I wasn't talking about Viagra, but something might be needed. Exactly, Java. Yes. I've only heard of them. Obviously. Blue Chew, you got a new old age sponsor? You know what, Java? No, I don't. I don't know if they would sponsor this stream. I wouldn't know. I'd be like, apparently helps. You get to a certain age. I'm not at that age. But apparently. What's that stuff in America called? I've got no idea. No income tax, no VAT. I like that's a good tune. Robitussin, just rub it in there. That was Chris Rock's stand-up, right? I was thinking about that the other night. I need to watch that again. Chad, you know you are, and you certainly are. How dare you? How dare you? I'm 45, not old. I don't even know what to say to such a comment. Almost feel sort of not heartbroken. I almost feel something. An emotion. Almost. Okay. All right, Sonny Jim. 5 years, my senior. Hey, listen. Listen, you're rapidly getting older then. John Sullivan, Only Fools and Horses. I think it was Chris Rock? I'm pretty sure it was Chris Rock. I used to love that. I have not seen that stand-up, that show in particular, in quite a while. And I was hashtag literally watching, thinking of that the other night. I was thinking, I was literally thought of that show and thought, God damn, I've not seen that one in a while. I need to remedy that because I thought that was a great show. Hooray for Google. Almost felt something. I was going to ask if you'd tried the the blue pill yet. Well, I don't know. Only Fools and Horses is bloody good. Do you like it? I'm going to mix in a little bit of ivory. Might be a mistake. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I'm a connoisseur. I'm a connoisseur. Things. Gabba's just going off on one. Sorry, not Gabba. I do apologize. Avian's going off on bloody Only Fools and Horses. Something else I've not seen in a hot minute. All right, so we have painted 2 entire things. Some wibbly bits. Oh, let's paint some purple. Oh, let's go, ladies and jelly spoons. You love the old stand-ups. One of my fave was Bernie Mac. I didn't really get to see masses of his stand-ups. I did enjoy I didn't used to enjoy stand-ups though. I still do, technically. I just haven't really watched them many recently. I just really remember that Chris Rock one. There was an Eddie Murphy one I used to really like. Forgotten the name of it. Going back even further. And don't blame Gabba. I'm not sorry, I wasn't. I didn't. That was an accidental blaming of Gabba. Eddie Murphy's. Yes. Kevin Hart. Yeah. That Eddie Murphy's one. Kevin Hart. I was not massively watched him. Bernie Mac was amazing. True. Gabba and I have been regular enough in your stream to know you're a connoisseur of nothing. I am a hey, listen. I just can't tell you what I'm a connoisseur of because we're basically a PG stream. That's all That's all I'm going to say. How do I act as Badger's brain when I cannot remember anything? I don't know, Avian. I think we might not be in a great position. BTGGF? Oh, wait, Mort. What the hell does that mean? Have you tried? Hold on. What's this solution saying? Have you tried Morning Glory Badger? Scientifically proven to be 2,000% more effective than Viagra. Only £9.99 at Boots and all good pharmacies. And some dodgy pharmacies as well. Hey, we can market that. We can market that. I like it. He is knowledgeable about Mr. Biscuit. What? We've got some colours here. I think we go with Lich, purple, somewhere. We have more purples. We will summon the purple army. I'm giving these paints a bit of a jiggle while I can at the same time. Flippin' Nora, it's toasty in this room. That's very pastel-y. You love that show? The head of state slap scene as well is hilarious. For context, the emote Gabby used was a Brit streamer YouTuber called Total Biscuit. Oh, I know who. Oh, sorry. Oh, Mr. Biscuit. Yes, okay. I see. No, I basically sort of I don't want to say grew up watching PB, but yeah, sorry, I'm with you now. That was the big old rip on that one. Yeah, absolutely. That was a weird one. Like I did actually feel very I don't want to say emotional because of the whole English situation. However, emotional when he did die. Ladies and jelly spoons, we found auxiliary paints. The old classic. Oh, we got Rojo Violetta. That could work, potentially, assuming it works. Steve Irwin's death was harsh for me. I never watched, like, I probably did watch a couple of Steve Irwin shows, like when I was living like in America with friends there. They watched it. I never really got into it. I definitely did watch a couple, but I was not massively keen on it, let's just say. Never heard of what? Total Biscuit? Lucian? Robin Williams hit you hard? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, TB actually, like way more than because like, you know, I think we all knew that it was, you know, he was suffering with the big C, and it was kind of like on the agenda, but we didn't, you know, when. That was a bit out of that hit me a bit harder than I expected, truth be told. But I watched so much of his hashtag content over the years. All right. Okay, let's have a Screamer Pink. I think you belong in this situation. Sorry, I remember being in the bar and hearing about his death. Pretty much everyone there said not the way we expected him to go. What, Steve Irwin, Avian? I think it's how much integrity he had, considering how little the internet... Yeah, true, Chad. Yeah. That is true. However, I'm made up for it. I have maximum amounts of integrity. so much. I am very integral. I don't actually know what color I'm bloody using. I was wanting to... Oh, God. Let's... Yeah, we can... Oh, I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to attempt to see if something can work. Let's give it a go. Steve Irwin figured a gate. Well, with a name like the Crocodile Hunter, you would have thought that that's exactly how he would go. Your screen thing looks really dark. Is that your paint thing or my... no, it's just the quality of my paint. Tiger King? Did he get... I never watched that bloke. I don't really watch much. The right color. You mean Siegfried and Roy was expect a result? It's about the odds. Bloody hell. Completely forgotten about them. I completely forgotten about those two. That dynamic duo. You never watched a Tiger... no, I don't... Like, I really don't watch much, I'm afraid. I watch high-quality films and kind of leave it at that. You know what I mean? I'm being very dark about this. It's alright, Evan. You're not. You're not. I just remember that Siegfried and Roy Simpson. Yep. Speaking of high quality murder bots. Sorry, what's that? Have you already told me about it and I've already forgotten? Firstly, I'm not surprised. I'm afraid my memory is probably absolutely horrific. New short sci-fi show that... Oh, okay. Under 30-minute episode. What channel is it on? Let's ask the big questions. The deep probing questions that BBC wouldn't ask. Apple TV. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, surely not. Oh, damn it. Hopefully not. I'm unable to answer that as I don't subscribe to channels. Naughty, naughty. Very naughty. That's all right. Crapple TV. I don't do Crapple. I cannot support their awful company. I support other awful companies instead. However, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'm absolutely parched. My God. Okay. You gave me a giggle with that. Thank you very much. So glad I had a haircut today. By the way, chat, do you know you can subscribe with Amazon Prime? No way. What, on this channel? That is crazy. However, it is also true. You can subscribe to this amazing stream. We are going into our 7th year of anniversary. Apparently, I have to do an anniversary stream. I give my hard-earned dollars to Badger directly. You can too. Yes. Look at me. Look at this. Watch this. You too can join Avian in supporting the March to the Mastodon. Or we could have had May there be a Mastodon. There's no more months with M at the beginning. I don't think at the end between now and the end of year, which is however, we'll come up with some other weird saying. And I did completely forget to find out what the stupid bot was called that we have access to. The AI weird I don't even know what she is. She's like I think she's classed as let me have a quick look. Let me see what she is. She is. Where the hell is it? Where is she? Seems like a stream, like a Twitch stream thing instead. Mastodon month, the horny chick. I mean, I don't know what to call. Yeah, she's. Let me find out what she is. I forgot. Not voice mod. I don't even know where the hell to find her. Where's she gone? She's buggered off somewhere. My extensions. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Tangier. Sound alerts. Prime gaming benefits reminder. Wiggly eyebrows. I literally have no idea what she is. Where she is, where she's gone. I need to locate her so I can change the settings and things. But I think she appears for like £20, maybe? I don't know. She certainly starts chatting at 10. I really remember these things. Anyway. Omelet Arcade. What the devil is that? That's every month. Mastodon month is every month. You know what? That is very true, actually. Every month begins with the letter M. So every month is Mastodon month. Absolutely, yes. I'm also melting. Solo. Absolutely terrible. I don't know what it is now. It's 30.3 Celsius in this room. I am turning into some sort of melted thing. Not very pleasant. Not pleasant. Okay, I can't find... I could have sworn she was attached to Stream Element somehow. Let me just have another really quick look. Sponsorships? Sponos? Is that the word? Oh, we can do Star Trek Fleet. Oh, command. Not very well done there. Lurk away. Get a cold shower. Chatbot. Okay, I'm not going to be able to find it. Too late. It's too late in the day for me to concentrate. But it is 6:20. And we are painting purple, sort of. So, you know, things are going okay. So, folks, who is going to be getting in on Horus Heresy 3.0? Do we have any takers yet for that particular box set? Like, I've technically not quite made my mind up yet. Depends on stickers, Shock. Yeah, I have noticed that happening. It's like sometimes I go into a pre-order situation thinking I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this, this, and this. And then I look at the price and then go, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that at all. That's not quite the price I had in mind, or when I look at the reality of the checkout fee. That's not the right word. When I look at the bill and we go like, oh, actually, not quite as cheap as I was hoping. Yeah, so painting over that in burgundy was, well, it sort of got the idea in our brain about what color we were going to go with, but we're basically repainting it, repainting the miniature bit by bit. Oof. I think my drink is... No, now it's finished. Oof. Ugh. We will continue. I don't know what GW are doing. They need to be sending you new releases. Lucian, I've been saying that for months, if not years. Problem is, I know what one of the problems is. I don't post enough on social media. Which is unfortunately something I need to fix that anyway. But I just I'm not. I can tell you what the issue is, right? When I look at my Instagram, for example, what I would like to see is only finished miniatures. Oh, we've got an offshoot from OnlyFans. We've got only finished miniatures. We've got OFM. That's what I would like to see. Unfortunately, I paint too slowly to sort of post regularly. That is part of the situation. I'm sure there are other parts of the situation, but I am just someone who doesn't know very much. Okay. So, Screamer. We're going to move on to... That Screamer Pink did look dark. Trademark that sucker. I know, I was thinking about it. Do I want to buy that? Do I want to see if that actually exists? Or do I just want to... Yeah. Where is... Aha! What I'm looking for is my certain... Is it on this website? Damn it, Automod. Mr. T... Hold on. God damn it. Automod is getting everyone today. I don't understand why. Apparently, sucker is not allowed. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I have a very quick run. Okay. Domains. Neither is Growler. I don't quite understand, like, because that is not a common word, like, that is not common slang in America, where Automod exists. Like, they have a drink, like a unit, like, I believe it's a drinking vessel. I'm gonna have to go and have a look at this. You'll drink from that cup? Yeah, so... a growler refers to a reusable container. Oh, my eye just went. Typically made of glass, ceramic, or stainless steel used to transport draft beer. These jugs are commonly sold at breweries. Just go to a brewery or a brew pub and ask for a big old growler. Take home. Term also historically refers to the sound of carbonated beer escaping from the container. So that's 32 or 64 ounces. Growlers can be made of glass, ceramic, or stainless steel. There we go. Can you imagine? Do you have a nice big growler I could take home and enjoy? No, we're all out of growlers today. Decided what you want to get is... What are you going to get, Icarus? Such filth. Innuendo. So we are going to jump to... Screamer Pit. I think this is actually quite... I don't know. Oh god, I have a feeling this one's gonna... We need to get a knee... Saturnine, Dread, and Terminator. Do we know when that's coming out? Not soon enough, obviously. Not soon enough. But that goes without saying. When they released, you heard September. Okay. Well, that's a hot minute away. That'll be okay. Batman's Kitchen, hello. Hello, afternoon from America. Well, good afternoon from England. Hello there. Getting home tonight around midnight your time. Bloody hell. Look after yourself when driving that late at night. All right. Picked up the Barnes & Noble's Age of Sigmar Beginner's Set. Is that specific when you... Is that a specific to Barnes & Noble? You get the Dread, but the Terminator, I can't see being very able to melee like big. Yeah. Well, the one I have is. He's actually, I think, quite a bit bigger than. He's probably a little bit too big. Could be printed a little bit smaller, I suppose. 90% instead of 100. Terminators do still go hand to claw. I think they punch things, maybe. I think the Dreadnought seems to be. I don't really know, truth. Like, it'll have some sort of close-in weapons, I thought, of some variety. Don't know how many. Almost the same, but no paint. Oh, okay. Well, we like cheaper. And honestly, yeah, the no paint situation is a good thing. I mean, especially if you're like buying, like working on collecting an army or something. It seems like potentially quite a good way to. Sorry, my knees just actually got ache killing me. A good way to get a decent amount of some certain miniatures potentially. The Saturnine is so bulky. The Terminator version, I just don't see being very mobile. The shoulders are pretty massive. The shoulders are pretty massive. I do have a printed one, like someone's version of it, but which I will be painting hopefully starting this week. That will be off camera though, for YouTube, I think. Saturnine is the 80s shoulder pad. It really is, isn't it? Those massive 80s shoulder pads. You'd expect all the warriors inside them to be sporting massive hair as well, though, wouldn't you? Surely. Growing on you? Yeah, this is precisely the problem though. Like a lot of these miniatures, they do grow on me over time. Very frustrating, especially when I start off by saying I'm not interested in that miniature. I don't really want to go back on my word, but also at the same time, I do really want the miniature. It's just. Batman's Kitchen, you got 5 Stormcast and 20 Skaven. Flippin' Nora. Are they what kind of Skaven are they? Are they just what would they be called? Gutter runners? Dyson Battlemat. I'm disappointed because no transfers. Ah, that is a bit of a pain. eBay definitely is an option. Can't win them all. Unfortunately not. A normal clan rats. Okay. Do gutter runners still exist in Age of Sigmar? In this day and age? Temperatures. Disgusting. Normal battle line clan rats. Dreadnought will say more than Terminator. I need to cut some shadow in there. We're going to use the power of dance. We're going to actually use Lich Purple. I've not used this paint since the good old days. Nagash. Oh god, that's almost like fingernail torture. Flippin' Nora. Both can disintegrate an enemy according to the short who thought heresy would get to. Well, I mean, heresy is the good stuff. Surely. Surely heresy is the good stuff. We're all there. Connoisseurs guy. Hope it remains. It's cheaper stuff. Yeah, well, much like the old world, like those miniatures are currently cheaper. Heresy gets high-tech rust pattern tanks, and 40 gets the Abomination. Then there's the Penitent engine. You're not keen on that one? I mean, it is pretty grim dark. Penitent engine. I don't have one, so I'm not massively familiar on like how it goes together and all that kind of stuff. Earth is slamming that. Evidently, they just heard me because they slammed the door. And again. Compare the tech. Saturnine versus the thing that... Well, shouldn't break the law, should they? Melting slowly. Whipping conduits. Sometimes they're needed. The Arco-Flagellants, yeah. Oh, Damien 1427. Prisoner servitors. Right. We are making a little bit of dodgy progress. I'm already bored with that, though. I just want to paint some green. I'm looking at the time and thinking, I don't think I'm going to be able to make the normal 4-hour stream. However, do a little bit of green. All right. So we got some greens. Got a bit of Dawn Yellow. One of the most grimdark concepts Blanche came up with. So cool. I love how they made some 28mm scale versions of the Inquisitor game characters. I only still got Captain Artemis. I think I've got all his pieces. Preacher Joseph recently. Damien, the Marine whose name escapes Jeff. Jeff is his name. There are many like it, but Jeff is his name. Wasn't Artemis, was it? Yeah. Not entirely sure where this sits compared to this. They look quite the same. Anyway, we'll do a bit of green painting just because I really want to see what it looks like. Let's slap some, do a tiny bit of moot and then some necrotites and then see where we go from there. Bit more glowy. Which one's a bit more glowy? More yellow in one of them. More paint on my hand. We're doing so well as well. Absolute tragedy. Bloody moot green. I need to unpaint my hand. Love me again. I have a new hobby to spend money on now. Spend all the money. It's radio controlled. Good song. It's a good song. Cruise missiles? Hopefully not those, yeah. Boats. Sweet. What kind of boats are we talking about? I got that bloody song in my head now. I wish I hadn't said started singing "Unpaint My Hand" with that sort of tune to it. Damn it. Believe it or not, you can get a decent rig for less than 2 Imperial Knights. Good to me. I remember seeing some in Black Park when I was young, and someone also had a steam-powered boat. Bloody hell. Steam-powered, that's the business. BT, oh, okay. Very nice. I do like those. The aesthetic of. The knights are less likely to get sunk by geese. Yeah, you got to worry about those bad boys. What about swans? Are they an issue as well, or are they not? Are they a bit more chilled? Oh, that was a weird honking noise. Not straight out of Hot Fuzz at all. Canadian geese. I guess you're out of the house. Well, that's a good thing. Bloody seagulls all over. Yeah. Left, right, and center they are. Seriously, the geese are bad. Swans will see your boat off, but geese will chase it. Are they really that aggressive? Or territorial, maybe? Bunch of nutters. Badgers, good mating call. Mad for it, they are. Got a situation with we got this nipple is just leaking all over the place. Really need a new fire of arrangement. Now force it on. Bloody hell. Seems very aggressive. Okay. Fluent Code, hello. How's it going, dude? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. How are you doing? They just love a fight. I had to sign a disclaimer and agree if the geese drown after. Oh dear. Swans are definitely up for a fight, are they? Are they mad for it? They do radio controlled subs? It's an entirely new situation. This isn't Badger, it's his Russian twin who paints frequently. Comrade Badgeroff? True. Very true. Oh, it's so bloody hot. Pluto, hello. How's it going? What's cracking? Happy Monday to you as well. Firstly, the hair is... Yeah, I have had a haircut. I forgot. Slightly cooler on the back of my neck. Slightly cooler. Which is nice. I can kind of... not feel like I'm dying from being too hot. You know what I mean? Are you planning on syncing other crafts with... Yeah, are you? Can you get a little remote control thingy-majig? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? Let me locate the button. I need to locate the keyboard, in fact. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. I am... yeah. Melting. I'm melting. Raid and run! Oh, surely the worst variety of aggro. Also, my spelling is terrible. Thank you so much for the raid, Impending Duff. Let me give the old shout out of doom. Folks, there's a shout out. There should be a heart. There should be a heart at the top of your chat. You too can press the follow button. You don't even have to leave the stream. Very easy, even I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Alright. Bilious green is a good start for melting. It is the best green of all time. A lot of people, incorrect people, suggest this one, and they're all the wrong people. That's just how it is, I'm afraid. Bilious green is the good stuff. Although we are currently using necrotite. We're working our way up. How you doing? Wi-Fi grow is probably worse. Really? I suppose you can't really say you can't really. Well, I suppose you can attempt to send your other half to bed. Bed with you with no supper. That probably wouldn't work out too well. Whereas with a child, the threat of no snacks or I suppose presence of some variety might deflect. I don't know. I don't have kids or a wife actually. There we go. Scorpion for the win. Why am I not surprised you came in wading around saying that? I don't have that paint, unfortunately, anymore. I used to pop back in. I think the nearest I've got to it is a bit of old jade. Child abuse equals fine. Spousal abuse is bad. I have no idea. Apparently. Say no to abuse. That's the best way to win. Run away on holiday. Be like, yo, you know what? Peace. I'm gone. I do have Hawk Turquoise. I do have that as well. But I'm afraid you are wrong. Bilious green is the only green. It is the superior color. And that's all there is to it. All right, Sunny Jim. Burn Code, how was your weekend though, dude? What devil did you get up to? Did you behave yourself? Ice Blue. I used to have that one. When I got back into the hobby in 2018. I still had Ice Blue. I'm pretty sure I had Scorpion Green. Hawk Turquoise, I think I still have that, in fact. Obviously, Lich Purple. Oh, I do have Leprous Brown as well. I can't even remember why I had that particular paint. Watch my stream tomorrow for Priest. The Hawk Turquoise is the best color. I mean, that's potentially an option. Ice Blue was nice blue. Shame about the bolted pots, though. Last a year at most, generally. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, I don't even know if any of mine still have valid paint in them. Are you talking about these pots of paint? Warlock Purple. I'm pretty sure I have Warlock Purple knocking around as well. I can't find it though off the top of my head. Off the top of the old dome. Not a bad weekend. Hell yes. Had some fun with the new car. It was I don't know. It was a weekend. It had to be done. Going through my grandmother's house and just like sort of packing it up, which is like we lived there for a year, and we've been trying to sell it as well on top of that, and it's just finally come to the point where someone's actually looking to buy the house, so we've been having to go through all that sort of stuff, which is slightly depressing. It's hot in your flat. You can smell your own stank. Don't even know. Bottle it and sell it for money, Chad. You can sell your musk. I'm sure someone. I'm sure someone out there will be enthralled by it. You do smell pretty good. Well, there you go. Hawk Turquoise is the absolute best color for highlighting black. Well, there we go. You saw the bin bag full I chucked out. It was depressing, Lucian. Yeah, I do have like the old hex pots. They still obviously live. Bar like a couple of them where the plastic lid died and I had to decant it. But generally they still survive. As you say, those bolted ones were along with the weird hiccup. Terrible. Testicle pink is also good. I never had that one. Do you have amethyst purple? No. No. Look, see? Lightning bolt blue. We can resurrect it. It's like a 1,000 sun space marine after it got turned into dust. New for 2025 on Only Finished Miniatures. Gamer stank for that authentic odor store. Hey, listen. It is true. It is true. We can market it as like potentially retro. No, there's another word, not retro. I can't think. What's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna have to be psychic for a minute while I ponder the name of the. Like, I got chain mail. I don't think this is live. No, there's no way this is a lot. It might be alive. Add some earth and grass into it and you can call it a school locker room scene. Oh, folks. There's a little bit of movement in it. I think there's a slender chance we might be able to resuscitate that bad boy. I don't think it's much of a chance, but you know, any chance is a good chance. Hey, I thought these were the bolter shells. Incorrect. Fortress Grey. Blue ink. Old. No. Old is nostalgic. Nostalgic, that's the word I think I was looking for. You wouldn't trust it? Why not? I'm not spraying paint again everywhere, am I, like last time? Fortress Grey still lives, technically. Anyway, no, so I don't have amethyst purple. I have polished blue instead. Blue ink. I remember spilling that in my, like, the fishing tackle box that I had all my paints in. And it just covered everything. In fact, it wasn't blue ink, though. It was Vortex Blue. The baddest of bad boys. Puts it out of its misery? You don't want to you don't want to trust it? Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, rat boy. I just think of all the different designs of pot the GW have come up with. No. Back up. This is where they peaked, and this is where they should have stopped. None of this dropper nonsense with your clogged nipples. It's not good. All there is to it on that one, I'm afraid. I'm absolutely melting here. It's graceful. Fluent does have clogged nipples. Just because you have nipple problems doesn't change that droppers are... No, they're not better, though. Absolutely not better. I will absolutely not agree. I'm afraid. God. We are getting a little bit of progress, though. Oh, flipping Nora. We are going to continue painting this guy tomorrow. Not that we're finishing right now, but we will finish painting him. Well, we'll continue painting him at least. And then the Dreadnought, we will return to the Dreadnought on Wednesday. Assuming we're still alive and haven't died from being too hot. Flickshot, what's cracking? Hello. The weather is awful. Tomorrow is going to be 40 degrees. Oh my god. That's terrible. I don't know what we've got tomorrow. It's supposed to be somewhat cooler. Apparently. I don't entirely trust the weather, though. It's going to be... Let me click on tomorrow. 25. Okay, so it is cooler tomorrow. According to the news. But we all remember the storm of 1980... What was it? 7? Which they got wrong. And those old flip tops still get crap in the ring that needs cleaning out. Listen, it's a lot quicker to... It's a lot easier to clean that out than the nipple. Fluent Code. I will not admit defeat. Not the just when you responded. Oh no, typical. 1987. It was 1987. I'm glad I remembered. Only just though. I was scraping the barrel of my memory for the date of that one. Got the day off deck. I was I was starting school that year or the following year. No, 1988, I think. Yeah, 1988 I think I started school. Well, that school at least. The previous school, I got paint on the microphone spongy thing. Flickshot, hopefully that advert is over and you're going to remain cool tomorrow. You just finished school? Hell yes. Congratulations on that. Getting your diploma on the 9th. What is the plan for that evening? Are you going to behave yourself? Hopefully you are. No doubt you will do. Very sensible person you are. It's going to be a fantastic day. Congratulations. I'm absolutely not surviving. Pathetic. Yeah, we do have an affiliate anniversary stream at some point, technically coming up. I just don't know exactly when. It's either we could either potentially do it on Saturday or the following week. Not entirely sure when I want to do it. Ragnar, hello. I'm barely... No, dude, I am really suffering. Like, that's why we've actually slowed down on the painting. We have actually been painting on today's stream. But, you know, there is only so much one person can paint in this sort of temperature, and it's not much. But how you doing, Ragnar? Happy Monday to you. There was a printer I forgot to ask you about. Was it the Bamboo HD2? Which does laser printing. Sorry, not laser printing. Laser cutting. Resin printing. No, not resin. Filament printing, I think. It does many things. Laser cutting. Vinyl cutting. Did you get... I did! Dude, I did get my hair cut. Lots of them. I got lots of them cut. Spoke to the chap and he was like, bloody hell. Your hair's grown. And I was like, yes, I know. And I thought today was the day that I should have the haircut. So, please de-hair me. A little bit. Birthday was good. Birthday was good. I tell you what, though, I'm very irritated with Etsy. After spending basically 2 months of readjusting my shop items from Shopify and moving it over to Etsy, they've now said if you get a license from someone to 3D print their designs like I do, i.e. Highland Miniatures, right? This is the Highland Miniatures Rat Boy. You won't be able to sell their stuff. You have to actually design it. Unfortunately, for me, that is way out of my capabilities. I could design a spherical object. I could do a box. I could do it, well, another box. Or a cylinder. But beyond that, I'm not going to be able to probably sell much on Etsy. I will attempt to sell like painted miniatures and stuff like that on Etsy, but they've kind of they've made a real pain in the posterior, truth be told. Slow down on painting, Flickshot. Hey, we painted today. We've got a good amount of this guy done. It's not finished, obviously, but we have made progress. We don't want to rush. Like, we're going to potentially, assuming it's not quite so hot tomorrow, we'll get him painted finished tomorrow. And then the Dreadnought on Wednesday, potentially. What's the bed size? It's bigger. It is. Let me see if I can show it for you. It's 35 rather than 25. But it is, how to put it, more succulent. That's not the way of saying it. That it's like price-wise, it's more expensive. They got dual nipples for PLA. You can make your own shoes. You can make an armor suit. There you go. You can make a bike helmet. I wouldn't want to trust it, but laser engraving, cutting, printing. Buy now. Let's look at the price together. Oh! Okay, so the price is slightly slightly, I don't know what, expensive. Slightly is not the right word, but I mean, it's 35, you know, print volume's better. Let's just say that. Like I was gently eyeing it up over the weekend and not trying to get too tempted. Not that I can afford it, but hypothetically, when I can afford it. If you can do spheres, boxes, and cylinders, you can make most shapes, most 3D model. No, I know, Flickshot. I have done 3D modeling in the past. However, I would have to remember how to do it, which is the first major issue, and then have time. But also like these fleshy rat people and stuff like that. I can't really do sculpting in 3D. I can barely sculpt. Where is it? I can technically sort of sculpt on with, like, you know, for example, I have sculpted this thing a while ago. I suppose we could scan it in, but we can't do huge amounts of things. If you want to learn Blender, I do want to get back to, well, I've never used Blender. I tried, well, it's a lie. I tried to use it 2013 and thought, oh, screw this, I'm going back to 3D Max and then Maya. You can print different support material. Yes, you can. I think you can actually get what do they call it? Like support stuff for regular printers. Is that correct? Ragnar, do you know anything about this? 35 by 32 is definitely not bad. It's, I mean, obviously we would like, I don't know, a meter by a meter, or, you know, 80 by 80 or whatever. But 35 by 32 isn't, it's definitely better than 25 by 25. That's fair. Well, thank you, Flickshot. There's my pro take on this thing. I never buy a machine that, no, I do agree. I do, was the Master of Thingy and, no, was it? Thingy and Master of None, whatever that one is. I don't really trust them either. But it was more like the printing, like, volume, which was the thing which got me. I have been eyeing up a laser cutter recently. So, hey, what's up, Jimmy? How's it going, dude? You just get a Glowforge in one of their cheaper printers. Blender? No, Flickshot. I'm very aware that Blender's changed a lot since 2013. Because I logged onto it 2013 or whenever it was, looked at the UI and thought, what the? Absolutely not. I have looked at it recently. In fact, I think I have it on this computer and thought, well, it's a lot better. Things have really moved a long way since then, thankfully. Nomad Sculpt on the iPad, but then problem is, Don, then I'd have to buy an iPad, and I cannot support Crapple. Unfortunately. You've been using it a lot lately to make the custom bits for your conversion. I have seen those. The heating of the bed becomes an issue. No, I know. But I mean, like, I'm not going to be printing things out that big. But, like, it would be nice to have the option at some point. I could live in the printer. We're melting, Jimmy. It's absolutely... We might, like, I have threatened that if we ever go change the stream to this angle... Oh, no, not that one. This one? I have to make sure there's no reflective surfaces on the screen when we go to this one, because there's a very good reason for it. It wouldn't be Twitch or probably YouTube safe, but for the moment we're okay. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's exactly the phrase I was attempting to get out of my stupid brain. I have to remember Wednesday morning I got my epilepsy phone appointment, and I'm going to have to write down what the hell's wrong with me, because otherwise I'm going to forget what to tell the person. Master of the universe? Always. Just this heat is horrific, Jimmy. Absolutely horrific. After this stream, I'm looking forward to getting into a cold shower. It's going to be going to be very good. That scene with the Ark in Indiana Jones. Wait, what? What? So we are... Where's our little rat man? We are making a little bit of progress on him. We attempt to finish him tomorrow. So we know I need to do his tail and finish off the base and put in some more details and things. Oh, shoulder pads need attention. His shoulder pads and fleshy bits need attention. But you know, it's I've done enough of him to know that if and when I get around to painting my Skaven, we won't be using this paint scheme. I would be tempted to use the green armor. I'd be tempted to use the green armor, but the purple was not the right move for me, at least. I can think of a few people who would be all about it, but that, as much as I'd like purple. Oh, where everyone melts? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, totally. Totally. I mean, in this room, it's only 31.3 and 53% moist. I do feel like one of those, yeah, not comfortable, is it? Not comfortable at all. But we are back tomorrow. I do wonder. So we're going to paint some more Rat Boy tomorrow. I'm going to... What are we going to do? Oh, I did get, over the weekend, access to a very sweet thing. Which I'm looking forward to print out. I was going to print it out today, but honestly, I was so bloody hot, I didn't even want to consider printing. Hopefully I'll get him printed out sometime this week. He is a boy in blue. That's too warm for inside. Yeah, no, it really is. It's disgusting. Absolutely filthy. And I have a... Like, tomorrow, the fan of Doom is going to hopefully be plugged into the bit of ducting going outside. Yeah. And I can turn it into air conditioned mode. And hopefully things will actually be remotely tempting to actually come into this room. But at the moment it's quite unpleasant. I don't mind saying. What the hell was I gibbering about? There's right. What the hell was I gibbering about? I was going to say something. It's gone in one ear and out the other, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. I have a 3D print of a naughty boy. Because goes by the name of that boy. That I will be printing out and painting at some point, some century. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. That's for sure. However, what I do need to do is boy in blue. Yeah, Dave, because that's because stream's ending. You've arrived too soon. Unfortunately, too late, I should say. We have done a lot of painting though. We've made. I think he'll probably be finished tomorrow, and then we can go back to the Dreadnought on Wednesday, and then I can hopefully dive into a bucket of ice. Been working. I mean, that's an excuse. Which, I mean, it works. It's an excuse. I don't really have any. You can use that excuse, and it'd be all right. But it is. You have missed the painting because you've been working. Unfortunately, that is the issue. I'm afraid. But I hope you had a good weekend and happy Monday to you, Dave. I hope you're okay and groovy. I'm actually melting. I'm afraid. I really am. It's horrific. So what I am going to do is basically end the stream. I do see that Studio J7 is streaming, so we can go and watch him melt instead. Folks on YouTube, hello there, you saucy little rascals. Thank you so much for hanging out on today's stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. I'm back tomorrow, 4 o'clock UK time. Hopefully that air conditioner is actually going to be cooling me down, and we can get this Rat Man finished. Lovely folks on Twitch. Follow, well, tickle the follow button if you haven't, but we're going to say hello to Studio J7. Lovely chap. And you should already be following, but just in case you're not, this is your opportunity to do so. Java, goodbye. Don, goodbye. Catch you tomorrow. Ragnar, I'm going to attempt to survive. Let's get this raid underway, folks. Thank you for being lovely, and goodbye. If this raid works, that is a real question. Apparently it's going to work. Let's go, ladies and jelly spoons. On y va.